Welcome back to the Steady Show, everybody. Tonight, I'm going to react to a video done by Sara Lena, and I think you're going to love this one. Let's get into it.
It starts off at a young age for a lot of men. Like they're taught at very young ages what it is they should do with women, like how to treat a woman, how to communicate with a woman. They're given all these little tidbits of information, all these little rules, like be nice to girls, don't hit girls, don't ask a woman her age, don't go in a woman's purse, happy wife, happy life. You got to pay for the first date, walk on the outside of the sidewalk. Like there's just all of these different rules that men are taught about how to treat a woman.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, she said it. Conditioning, folks. Conditioning. What children learn in their early life, they will manifest later. We're seeing the effects in the black community. As men, we hate the truth sometimes. Yes, I said it. But the truth is, simping starts at home. I sure know I didn't do myself no favor listening to all of that Luther Vandross music when I was a teenager.
But then on the flip side, a lot of women are not teaching girls the same thing as far as how to treat a man or how to communicate with a man. Instead, we're taught how to protect ourselves from you. We're taught don't wear shorts when a man is in the house. We're taught they all just want one thing from you. Focus on your studies, get an education so you can get a good job because you can't depend on a man. So we're taught how to not rely on you, how to not trust you, how to think you only want one thing from us, how to protect ourselves from you. We get a little bit older, we might learn how to satisfy you sexually, but as far as how to treat a man, how to respect a man, just what a man is going to expect from us in a relationship, we're not learning that.
She's speaking facts. She is speaking facts. Now, did you just hear what she said? Women are taught not to wear shorts in the house because, there are men around. So mothers put the fear in daughters, and it's okay to be protective. And that's why it goes back to the necessity of a father being in the house, because the father is supposed to be there to protect his girls and to teach his boys how to deal with women and to deal with life. You can't just be taught what not to do. You can't just be taught how to look out for yourself and to use others to meet your needs. You also have to be taught how to share, to be interdependent, to coexist, to value the other person, to also look out for their needs. And this is what she's saying.
I think that plays a huge role in why a lot of women have a hard time receiving any type of constructive feedback about what it is we can do different, because like the moment someone says, well, this is what you can do to be a better wife, to be a better girlfriend, it automatically goes back to what a man is supposed to do,
right?
Because they're just so hardwired to just believe that it's always about what the man needs to do, because that is just how it's taught.
I think it starts early, and one thing that we got to consider, because it starts very early. It starts as early as the bedtime stories and the fairy tales that even young men and young women hear and receive, where the man has to denounce his royalty. He has to turn into a frog, turn into a beast, fight the dragon, swim through the moat, and he has to do all of these things, and all she has to do is just be pretty.
Yeah.
Just by sheer virtue of her being the fairest maiden, or however they put it. And so I think a lot of times young women, they grow up putting so much emphasis into their outer appearance, which does count.
Yeah.
And we talk about that. It'll help to attract a man, but it certainly won't keep a man.
I also like what her husband has to say. If you notice, they're listening to each other, body language, that's there. There is the respect and all that good stuff. Shout out to Sara Lena and her husband setting the example there. But basically, he's letting us know that, from an early age, we are taught to be the sacrificial lamb for women. And there really is an imbalance there when there is no father in the house for the woman to serve. Right. And there is a mother there that's probably just stuck on survival and probably passing down some skills to others and the children. So, for instance, unto boys may learn to take care of their mother and become very clingy towards the mother. But when it comes to dealing with a wife or a woman in the future, they may not know how to really do that, because the only person they've ever really learned to be loyal to or to look out for is the mom, and it is bad. So, but men must also understand that, for anything to change, we're certainly not going to get results from being overly critical of single mothers. Fathers must also step up and do their part. And we know that, especially here in the USA, the laws can be brutal. We've heard the stories. We know that's a reality. But whatever effort you can make to be in your children's lives, it will pay off, because I can tell you, children, they grow up very, very fast. So also keep that in mind. But I believe this is a great video. Please go ahead and follow Sara Lena. This is the Steady Show. Thank you so much for viewing.